Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the Trevor Press Buttons. I really appreciate you tuning in with me today. Welcome to a special look. This is a special edition. I know I don't post on Fridays, but I know I don't post on Saturdays. I only post on Fridays and all that. But this is very important. I wanted to make this as soon as I possibly can. Um, if y'all have not heard the news already, Trump got shot. Now, thankfully, he is not dead. They shot like his ear, and we do have some pictures and a video of the actual shooting happening. So, just a little bit of a warning. This is a little bit graphic, so no like gore, just some blood showing. That's all. So nothing like terrible, but just a little bit of a warning. Um, but first, I'm going to show y'all the actual video that we have of Trump. Um, it's trending all over. I mean, all over on X. But I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. So you should be able to see my X screen right now. We're gonna go ahead and show you the video. So here we go.
No. No. Wait.
Wait, hang on. Wait. Yeah, I need to go to the actual video first. Let's see where it is. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Okay, here we go.
Please see something that said, take a look at what happened. Oh. Please see something that said, take a look at what.
Yeah, see? So Trump did get shot. Here is. I forgot. What are they called? I totally forgot what they're called. The super. Totally forgot. Yeah, actually, here's a full video, actually, of it. This is a minute. Let's go and see the longer version of it.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened. Oh.
Move his hair. Hold. When you're ready, on you.
Ready?
Move.
Up.
Move.
So you can see that all the people were there with their guns ready to shoot.
Okay, we are watching live at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, where former President Trump was speaking on the stage.
Okay. And let's see. I think this is the one where they're taking. This is the one where they're taking them away.
No.
Everyone started chanting USA, USA, USA. So here's some actual footage, some photos of the actual shooting. So here is him with all the blood. Literally, if they pointed it just a tad bit further, he would have been dead right there. I mean, just look at that. Oh, he was really tough right there. Look at that. I can't imagine getting shot. Can we zoom in on that? See, yeah, we can zoom in real good. Let's get an up close shot. Oh no, we can't. I want to get rid of that though. Dang it. What's that? Okay, that's just F11. We don't want that. We can zoom in. Okay, yeah. Oh, that looks terrible. Literally, he was almost dead right there. Let's just scroll up all the way to the top and start. Okay. So there he is. They're picking him up, taking him away. There's him just showing him that he's okay. Everyone started cheering when they saw he was alive still. Here's the people with their guns ready to shoot the person that shot Trump. Here's everybody. Look at all of them. They're all There's everybody ducking, making sure everybody's okay. You gotta be prepared for this stuff. That's a really good spot. Hiding in there, that's a good spot. Hiding behind these briefcases or whatever, that's speakers. That's a good spot. Yeah, they're all ready to shoot. There she is with her pistol ready. And look at that. This is what stands out. Literally, everybody left their water bottles, signs. I mean, it's just blacked out. There's people ready to shoot. There's all the police there. Trying to find who that was. That's just a better up close photo. It's just all blacked out. Look at there's like thousands of water bottles sitting right there. Everybody just left their stuff. Stuff like their actual personal belongings and all that. Wow. That's a pretty insane event that happened today. I was actually at my friend Caden's house. He's been on the podcast, The Trevor Press Buttons. If you listen to that, you probably should have heard him. I was actually at his house, and then literally their house just started just going and going about that. I mean, oh man, it'd be terrifying just to even be there. I guarantee all these people that were there thought that was the last time they were going to see the world. So actually, I think I do know. Oh no! I am so sorry. I actually was not showing it to all of y'all. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'll just scroll through real quick. See, there's some up close photos of him. Look at that. If I'm going too fast, you can pause it if you'd like to. Look at all the photos. I guarantee that hurt like frick. Like I'm telling you, I guarantee that hurt miserably. People these days are just. Wow. Oh my. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Just trying to see if there's anything extra that I could show y'all. If I'm not mistaken, I do know that the person that attempted to shoot Trump did get shot, so that's good. Let's see if they. Okay, so it's like. That's 2023. What? I don't need that. And this was in Pennsylvania. Just if y'all do not know that. And that's gonna be on the news for at least of the next few days. Like, remember COVID? They talked about that for probably about several years. Not several years, probably like that whole year that COVID was a huge deal. This is gonna be kind of the same thing, but just like a week long if they get any more updates. Rico Elmore, who spoke at the rally earlier, said he tried to help the rally goer who was shot and killed. Man. I think there were a couple other people that passed. Yep. Here's a picture on NBC News. Here's a picture of everybody laying on the floor. Look at people were bleeding out. I think some people did die. I think there were a couple people that died, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Now, people thought the popping noises, they thought it was either crackling in the speaker or I can't necessarily remember. They said the campaign, it says it will proceed. So that's good. The campaign. I can't remember. Let's see, I know Fox News, that's what we were watching. That's who's talking about it majorly. Biden speaks to Trump after rally shooting.
Us out of there. Katie?
FBI identifies suspect as 20-year-old man from Pennsylvania. Where I let that ad play.
What happened to our country? Probably 20 million people. You know, that's he's going down!
Stay over here.
Okay.
He's on top of the roof. Don't go over there. He's on the roof, buddy.
He's dead. I just seen his hair go up his head.
Well, if they hit anybody over there.
Did he pull up a shot?
He number of shots.
I thought that was us.
No, that was him. The first two shots were him.
He's on the roof right there. He's right there on the roof. Just on the other side of the field. I believe the activist dispatcher on March 4th. I can't believe someone do that stupid shit.
Okay, so like that was before, so that was probably when they realized. I think that's when they realized before he got shot. So everybody realized he was out there, and then because you hear him still talking. Because listen, oh my gosh, because listen.
Workflow.
Took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. You know, that's a little bit.
So he was saying, so everybody is freaking out that he has a gun. So then, so when, and you hear him still talking, and then you hear the gunshots, and then that's where everything just starts going wrong. And when you heard everybody start cheering that, I think that's probably when they found out that he was alive. Is this live?
Offices, as well as from FBI headquarters, including our evidence response from Quantico, Virginia. We have intelligence analysts as well, working from our field office in Pittsburgh, working feverishly to attempt to identify the individual who did this and any motives behind why this was done. Right now, we need the public's help. Anyone who was on scene, who saw anything, who identified any information, please report that to the FBI using either the phone number 1-800-CALL-FBI or online at fbi.gov/Butler. This evening we had what we're calling an assassination attempt against our former president, Donald Trump. It's still an active crime scene. As I mentioned, we have a number of agents on scene. We also are working closely with other federal agencies, our state partners, and our local police partners as well. Again, at this time, we are not prepared to identify who the shooter is. We are close to that identification, and as soon as we are 100% confident in who that individual is, we will share it with the press. With that being said, also, we do not currently have an identified motive, although our investigators are working tirelessly to attempt to identify what that motive was. At this time, I'm going to turn over the podium to Colonel Chris Paris from the Pennsylvania State Police.
Thank you very much. My name is Colonel Chris Paris, P-A-R-I-S, Commissioner of Pennsylvania State Police. I would just like to say that the State Police have been in regular contact with the Governor's office, and the full support and assets of the entire agency are behind the FBI and our other federal and municipal partners to assist with this investigation. The thoughts and prayers of the Pennsylvania State Police are likewise with the victims of this terrible act. Participate in a full, fair, and competent and thorough investigation. To give you an operational rundown, Deputy Commissioner of Operations, Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, is behind me, and he will discuss the operational portion that's being conducted by the Pennsylvania State Police. Lieutenant Colonel Bivens.
Good evening. So let me describe for you a little bit about the scene that we have over there. As you know, there was a grandstand, a very large area, a lot of people there when this all unfolded. The former president had come out and begun to speak shortly after 6 o'clock this evening. And within about 10 to 15 minutes, a number of sounds were heard, and it became apparent that shots were being fired in that direction. It was a chaotic scene. Law enforcement, I believe, acted heroically, quickly identifying and neutralizing the threat, as well as responding to assist the various victims. PSP had a significant presence on the scene along with all of our federal partners at the time of the shooting. We have since enhanced that presence significantly, bringing in resources from all over the Commonwealth to ensure that we have a speedy, thorough investigation. We are working very closely with the FBI as we work through this. As you can imagine, because of the variety of crimes that have been committed, some are under federal jurisdiction, some are under state jurisdiction. And so, we're working through all of that, not an issue at all. We work seamlessly. But the FBI has maintained the lead on the attempted assassination. PSP will take the lead on the homicide and the shootings of the other individuals in the grandstand area. And so there are a lot of witnesses to be interviewed, a lot of things to be processed. There were some complicators that hopefully the next time we speak we can describe for you, but some complicators that slowed down some of the processing and the positive identification of the shooter. But know that at this time we have no reason to believe that there is any other existing threat out there. We are doing everything we can to make sure that this is thoroughly investigated, and that if there is any information developed that anyone else was involved, that between PSP and the FBI, that will very quickly be followed up on. So I think at this time we would open it up to questions from all of you.
Was this a lone wolf attack?
Again, I think it's too early to say that. We have one shooter tentatively identified, but we're not stopping there. We're following up on a lot of information. It will be some time until we can conclusively say or answer that question.
How long do you think that gunman was hiding up there? I mean, we saw the snipers up there, as the crowds were kind of mulling in. It looked like they had a pretty good viewpoint to check everyone out. So how long could that guy have been up there?
Again, that'll all be part of the investigation.
Can you come up to the mic, please?
That will all be part of the investigation. But I can tell you that preliminarily it appears everything unfolded very quickly. So, again, we'll have more information on that, but it's just too early to start definitively saying this happened at this exact time.
But it wasn't like he was inside the security perimeter, right? That building he was on was outside of the
That's
area
correct.
Usually checked. How far outside of it was it?
We'll have that information for you. It was some distance outside of the.
Colonel, can you comment on reports that there were people who saw someone on the roof and tried to alert authorities?
We're following up on those. I will tell you that I am aware of those, and I am aware that law enforcement had responded to a number of reports of suspicious activity. The specific response to this will be all part of the after action, but yes, law enforcement was responding to check on several suspicious occurrences.
What were the other suspicious occurrences?
That will all be part of the investigation.
So you said that you're close to identifying the shooter. Could you at least confirm that he is from Butler County, Pennsylvania? Is there anything else? Did he have any affiliation with that company, do you know?
So again, we're not prepared at this time to provide the identity of the potential shooter. We're in the process of doing the confirmation, and once we have the confirmation, we'll release the name officially to the press. But at this time, we can't give any further information on the potential.
The coroner with his family, or what else needs to be done?
No, it's a matter of doing biometric confirmations. So there was no identification on the individual, as an example. We're looking at photographs right now. We're trying to run his DNA and get biometric confirmation on.
Would you be able to comment just what police found left behind? Like any possible devices? Did you find any extra guns? Just anything else you'd be willing to comment?
Not at this time. No, we're still in the process of an active investigation. So we'd like to reserve releasing any information like that until we have more facts.
Today, is there any heightened threat level, credible threat level that you guys were aware of more so than what is typical for an event like this?
From the FBI's perspective, no. We did not have any specific threat information related to this event.
Can I ask, you talked about how it happened so quickly, and we know that there is at least 2 casualties, including the gunman at this point, that we're aware of. It could have been a lot worse.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Comment more about that and how it was taken care of so quickly.
So I think the credit goes to not only the Secret Service who was on site, but also the state and local partners who were there on site and were able to react immediately when the incident occurred.
Do you know how many officers fired their weapons?
I do not.
I understand that it's very early, there's still going to be a lot of questions, but I mean, is this a failure of security?
Really, at this point, we're not going to make that assessment. There's an active investigation. A lot of things need to occur investigatively to make those determinations of what, if any, failures there were. So we can't comment on that at this time.
You can say if Secret Service had checked those buildings or we're keeping a close eye or.
Really have to defer to Secret Service for those questions.
Prior to the event, were there police at that location at any point on the event?
Are you saying the location where the shooter was located?
Yes.
I don't have any information on that. You'd have to defer to Secret Service.
When do you think you will release? When will the name of the shooter be released? I mean, any inkling of when that might happen, tomorrow or?
So that'll be as soon as we've confirmed 100%, we're willing to release that. So if we have, as far as the contact information for the press, we should be able to do that within the next few hours, I imagine.
There was a vehicle being checked not far from here. We've also heard of possible deleted scene in Bethel Park. Is there anything you can tell us tonight about other areas where law enforcement may be searching in relation to this?
Again, right now we're tracking down all leads and doing all interviews and tracking anything that we can regarding suspicious locations, vehicles, locations, interviewing individuals. So it's all related to this event, but I can't confirm or deny anything that's going on beyond that.
Can you tell us about the weapon that the shooter used?
As far as the details of the weapon?
Yeah, what kind of rifle was
Do you want to
that?
come on that?
What did he use?
Until it's confirmed, I would comment on it.
Okay. Yeah, until we have the confirmation of who the shooter is, and we'll release that as part of the investigative details later.
You said that there would be extra resources, and one of the things that you said was bomb technicians. So is this standard procedure, or do you have reasons to believe that there are bombs somewhere in Butler County? Just want to keep walk through that.
It's primarily standard procedure of any suspicious packages. In this case, there was identification of suspicious packages around where the shooter was. And so we deployed, in an abundance of caution, bomb assets to make sure that those were cleared for investigators to move safely in the area. We're still working on, it's still an active crime scene. So I'm not going to say that the scene is 100% clear at this time.
Why are there any Secret Service agents here right now for this press conference?
So Secret Service wasn't available for the press conference at this time.
I understand the packages that you're talking about. You're talking about packages, but the suspicious packages like what you're here.
Really anything. I don't have specifics on what they were looking at, but there's people in the crowd will leave bags as they're fleeing the scene like this. So any suspicious packages we have to treat as it may be an explosive device.
Okay, so I'm not going to let that run for a long time. If you want to see more of it, go on Fox News. They're actually streaming it. Now, if y'all are wondering if that was copyright, because I know you have to have a service, they were having that I guess they were showing that for free because it said I had to log into what's it called, a TV provider, but I guess they were showing that for free, so that shouldn't be copyrighted. But yeah, this is a big thing. This is definitely going to be something that I want to talk about next week. If there's anything extra Like, this is what's showing off right now. Like, they have shooter, blood. This is what's turning on X. Shooter, civil war. Civil war, incident, blood. That's pretty much everything that we know as of right now. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. This is a special edition of the Trevor Press Buttons. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all on next Friday. And I think this is gonna be about the next week. It's gonna be about the same thing, but it's just going to be more information that we've had on Trump. Please pray for Trump. Actually, let's go on this real quick. Lord, I just pray that Trump is okay, and that the police and all of them will find evidence of this person, although he did get shot dead, but whatever evidence that everybody needs, and all the information that we need to know more further of this investigation, I just pray that all the police and all of them will do well. And also thank you for the secret service, or the secret, I forgot what they're called. But anyway, for the people that helped Trump, I just pray that I'm just very, very thankful for them for protecting him, and that Trump did not die today. We're just very, very, very thankful for him, and yes, thank you for everything you do, and that the people at the hospital, all the doctors, all of them will get Trump back going again, so he can continue his campaign. All right. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, everybody. We will see y'all in the next podcast next week. This should be about further on of the Trump shooting. Okay, have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.